How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator, and we are blocking the road, so I should probably move. That is very loud. Gears? Oh, there we go. Let me just move this. There we go. So those guys can go. Yeah, so welcome to American Truck Simulator Survival Series. We are back with another episode, and we are in the middle of a pretty big journey. I think it was just under 1,000-mile journey all the way from Santa Cruz up to something that I can't pronounce, Spokane. And we are sort of down here, and we are trying to get to there so we can Klamath Falls, so we can rest there, but we only got 3 hours to do that, so I'm not sure if we can in fact make it, but golly, we're gonna try. Right, that is our fuel bill that went off, which I think was $360 if I remember correctly. And yeah, we're gonna get back on the road. So we are hauling a 40-ton, well, it's actually very close to 41 tons of scrapper or scraper, I don't know, and I explained kind of why I don't know in the previous episode, so if you haven't seen that, make sure to go and check that out. That I'm pretty sure is 2 trailers of dynamite, so I do not want to get involved in that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's dynamite trailers, that is. Looking at the trailer skin and the fact that it's dualies. So yeah, we'll just let him sort of go ahead and do his thing, because if he screws up, I don't want to be involved in that accident. No, but anyway, we are still in California at the moment, and we're still stuck on 55-mile-an-hour speed limits, but that's okay, because it takes us a while to actually get up to 55 miles an hour. So the job, yeah, it's 40,823 kilograms. That, if you were wondering, is not a fine. That is our loan payment that went off for our 3 trucks that we bought. We took $500,000 loan. And we are repaying $1,500 a day on that loan. But the good thing is, our 3 drivers with their 3 trucks are earning about $1,500 a day, which means they are paying for themselves, which is great. And anything we make on top of that is a bit of extra money in the bank. The bank account is definitely growing slowly, but growing nonetheless. So I think we're sort of crawling up to $180,000. But yeah, can't complain about it too much, really. I think it's good. I think we're doing well. Like I said, the money situation, it's definitely growing slowly, because the drivers are effectively just paying for themselves right now. And yeah, all of the money coming in is basically just from the jobs that we do. But I know it sounds sort of backwards that we have drivers, but they're not bringing in any money effectively. They're just paying for themselves. So what's the point of having them? Well, as long as they're paying for themselves at this point, it means that they are basically leveling up slowly. And the more they level up, the more money they're going to be able to earn. And I just needed to change lane there because I didn't want to run into the back of that Peterbilt. Yeah, change lane back. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, so basically at this stage, all I want them to do is pay for themselves. That is really the only thing that I am worried about. We've got 2 hours until we need to rest. That's why we are yawning. But yeah, basically, I just want them to pay for themselves at this stage. As long as they're not losing money, I'm happy. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's good. It's a good situation, because the longer they drive, the longer I keep them, the longer they drive for, the more experience they're going to build up, the more skill points they're going to develop, the better jobs they're going to be able to take, which means they're going to get better paid per job, which effectively means that they're going to start earning money. So if they can get up to, at this stage I'm thinking they're earning all three of them together as a garage, as a unit or a depot, they are earning just about $1,500 a day, just over $1,500 a day. Let me just check this map real quick. Are we supposed to go off here? Yes, we are. Okay. Dang it, we need to make it up to there in an hour and 43 minutes. That's gonna be tough.
Keep right. Then take
I kind of forgot what I was saying. But anyway, yeah, as they progress on and they gain more experience points and everything, they'll get better jobs, more sort of higher value jobs and bigger distance jobs, which means they will be earning more money per job. Or which means they'll start making a profit eventually. They're not making a profit now. They're breaking even now. But eventually, if we keep them long enough, they will make a profit. And that's what I want. Actually, try and stay away from that rail a little bit. I'm in completely the wrong gear, but it is what it is. Okay. Nope. It's not what it is. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Weed. Okay. Is this town called Weed? Just Weed. That is interesting. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it in time. We've only got an hour and 15 minutes left to get to that rest stop. Please go green. Please go green. Please go green. Please. Yes, there we go. Jeez, took you long enough. Oh no, another one. Please go green, please go green, please go green. Yes, it's green. Okay, don't go red, 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 don't go red. Yes, there we go. Now we're talking. That's timing for you. Straight through the middle of a town without stopping. This is very foresty. Ooh, we're going over some train tracks by the looks of it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm getting tired. Ooh, there's a train. Oh, the trains need to be longer. I can't believe they haven't fixed that yet. The trains need to be so much longer than what they are. And there are some mods available, kind of. Did that signboard just say $1,000 fine for littering? Yeah, that is pretty damn steep. What was I saying? Something... Oh, yeah, mods. There are some mods available. There used to be. I don't know if they still actually work. That sort of make the trains longer in the game. But most of them didn't work very well. They were kind of broken. Where trains would be sort of floating around and things like that. So, I don't know. I just think it should have been fixed in the base game. Yeah, this is definitely very different. I think we are in Oregon right now. This kind of looks like Oregon vegetation, to be honest. So we might well be. Maybe not yet. Maybe we're still a little bit too far south for that. But I think we're definitely getting further up towards that area. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be honest, my geographicalness... Yep, that's a word. Geographicalness. Well, it's a word now. Around the States is not too great. It's a freaking big place, and it's hard to remember where everything is. So, yeah, I might be completely wrong, and I probably am. But yeah, geographicalness is definitely a word. I did not just make that up. Alrighty, now it's kind of different again, and it's foggy. It's foggy over in the distance there. Interesting. I wonder if we're going to get a bit of rain. Do we have our lights on? Yes, we do. Fantastic. Alright, I want to keep momentum up here, but I don't want to flip this thing. So I'm just going to sort of take it easy, but firm. There we go. This is a big jump up. Oh my goodness. This is a steep jump up. Oh, and it just keeps going. Man, we really, really need to get a slightly more powerful engine. It'll just help so much. Even 50 horsepower would make a big difference on this. And we actually did unlock a new engine when we went up to level 14. I had a quick look at it. But it's the same engine that we've got. It's just a Caterpillar, where I think at the moment we have got a Detroit motor in here. And we unlocked the 500 horsepower variant of the Cat engine. So 500 horsepower either way, it's just a different brand. So we're just going to stick with what we've got, because it's also like a $10,000 pay-in to get that motor put in. So we're definitely not going to do that for the exact same amount of horsepower. Nope. And I mean, the engine we've got is pretty good. I'm not saying we're underpowered. I'm just saying a little bit of extra power would be great. I mean, I would love to just have a smidge more power available. I think the highest we can actually go is 550 in this truck. I don't think we can go any higher than that. So, it almost feels like I need to stick some lights on. But it's only 10 to 3 in the afternoon, but it's really sort of like cloudy and slightly misty in the distance. So, I mean, there's a good chance we might get some rain in a few minutes here. I did not read that signboard, but I'm pretty sure it said Oregon. Yeah, well, we're up to 60 mile an hour speed limits on a pretty small road, so we're definitely out of Cali. Oh, we've got a bridge here. This is nice. Ooh, look at that. That is pretty nice. Man, I like that. Alright, we're slightly over the speed limit here. Try and slow down a little bit. There we go. And I really hope that we're close to this rest point, because we're driving illegally right now. We have run out of time. We are not allowed to be on the road anymore legally. That is a nice dam or a lake. Pretty nice. Yeah, we have officially run out of time. It is 0 minutes. It says on my information display, yes, you should find a parking place to rest. I am trying to find one. Well, I'm on my way to one. But I can only go that quick. So we could, if we run into some police officers or cops, but we'll most likely get fined for driving for extended periods of time. So a little bit of an issue, but hopefully we can reach that rest stop, and I think we're pretty close to it. Looking at this bend, I think it was just after a bend like this. Yes, I can see it. I can see it. We're good. We should be fine. As long as we don't get fined now, we should be okay. Try and move over. Oh, goody. Okay, we should be okay. Hopefully we don't get fined. Oh, dang it. At least the guy behind sort of saw that coming and gave me some space. Yeah, I know I'm tired. Calm down. And while we're here, I mean, might as well just top up with some fuel again on our way out. Truck entry, okay. Alrighty, where do we sleep? Okay. So we'll just sleep here, and then we'll, on our way out, we'll grab some fuel. Beautiful. Right, we'll stop right there. Handbrake on, lights off. That's not lights. engine off, and good night. Beautiful. Ooh, our drivers made some money. $650, 1,400. Man, we're almost up to 180,000, which is pretty damn good. It is 1:30 in the morning, which means that, well, it means that it's early. And sarcasm aside, it also means that the roads should be a little bit more quiet, and we shouldn't have too much issues with traffic and so on. We're just gonna grab some fuel on our way out. We might as well. I mean, we don't really need it, but since we are here, we might as well top up. And can we go out that way? I don't think we can. I think it really wants us to go that way. According to the sat nav. There we go. Only $133. Alright, the sat nav seems to really want us to go this way, so we'll go this way. Oh yeah, I think it goes down there in the distance. We'll follow we'll follow the arrows and do this the proper way. Truck exit only. Alrighty. Noted. Alright, anyone coming?
Turn left. Then turn left.
Anyone coming? No. Alright, we good?
Turn left.
Oh, beautiful. Alright, come on, little truck. You can do it. And we're sort of crawling up to 7,000 miles on our truck, which is insane. It's quite a bit of miles. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, there we go. Loving it.
Right turn ahead.
Alright, slow down,
right.
slow down, slow down. Oh, there's a lot of traffic. I think this is one of those glitchy stuff again, where there's just a ton of traffic and it doesn't stop. Yeah, okay, so that's all you have to do is sort of pull out and just make them stop. Because otherwise it'll just keep spawning vehicles and it'll never stop. They'll just keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, which makes no sense at 2 o'clock in the morning, but it does happen. We did get pulled into the way station, so that's all good. So everyone that did get spawned can actually go past, so they'll be kind of happy. But yeah. That was quite steep in here. Alright. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a safe journey. Thank you very much. Will do. That is a nice Audi A7. I like Audis. And I don't know, I've always called it an Audi. My entire life, I've called it an Audi. But just about every other South African that I know and that I've ever heard, hang on, calls it an Audi. I think just about all South Africans call it an Audi, where I've always called it an Audi. And I don't actually know what the correct pronunciation is. I think in the States it'll also be called an Audi. But yeah, in South Africa, most people call it an Audi. So I don't know. I don't know which one is correct. Potato, potato, gator. All the same thing. At the end of the day, I suppose. Alrighty, 60 miles an hour. And 20 past 2 in the morning. And no traffic in sight. Nothing ahead, nothing behind. Oh, there we go. There's some traffic. And so far, we have got another 476 miles to go. And we are still on schedule to arrive in time. So, we should be good. I don't think we'll need to sleep again. I actually thought we might need to sleep twice on this journey, but it looks like we're only going to have to sleep once. Which is good. I mean, it's great. Another truck coming up. We'll be nice and kill the high beams whenever we remember to. Alright, now we can do 60 miles an hour, but I can't freaking get up to 60 miles an hour. I can get up to like 56. So, slight bit of a problem. There we go, 57. Oh yeah, this is definitely Oregon. I like the sort of wooded areas of Oregon. I mean, I've never been to Oregon. I just know it from the game. I sort of like the whole vibe. Is that a cow? My goodness, that was like a cow that, I don't know, crossbred with a moose or something. That was actually kind of weird. What the hell was that? Anyway, there we go. We're up to 60 miles an hour. Actually, we're up to 62, so we're going to slow down a little bit. Kill the high beam. Let the cars come past. And, oh, one of them was a police officer. That is a nice steam tractor. Like a really old steam tractor. That is pretty damn cool. Can you imagine back then when you had to farm and you were using steam equipment, steam tractors to farm? I mean, if you think about farming equipment that we have today,
Keep right.
that works on GPS software, and you can literally program anything you want, like a seeder. Modern seeders, you can program that thing. How wide you want the seed apart? How many seeds do you want it to drop? How often do you want it to drop seeds? How many seeds you want to put into X amount of square meterage or square footage or square hectares or square acres or whatever it is. And then you can also tell it to drop one like grain of fertilizer next to that, or 1 centimeter or like a quarter of an inch off to the side and a quarter of an inch deeper than the actual seed. I mean, it's ridiculous. The amount of programming that can go into a seeder in modern times is insane. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, the amount of technology that goes into these things. And I mean, all of the technology that goes into seeders, telling you that when there's something blocking one of the rows, one of the seeding rows, if something's blocking it, I mean, there's systems that tells you there's a rock or something in the system. You need to go check it out. Otherwise, you're gonna find out in 2 months' time, when your crops start growing, that you missed 2 rows on effectively every row, if that makes sense. So every time you basically head up the field, you miss 1 or 2 rows because there's a blockage, and you're not going to know about that blockage unless the thing tells you. And you won't know that you ever missed, you know, maybe 50 rows or 100 rows that you planted, until your crop starts to grow. You're just going to see there's going to be a line missing every X amount of rows. Which, I mean, that sucks if that happens. I mean, that's terrible. That's a lot of, like, lost income if something like that happens. Where now you've just got technology that tells you, hey, listen, you've got a problem. Go check it out. I mean, it's insane. And then also the amount of technology that goes into tractors. It's just ridiculous. Also on GPS systems, I mean, some tractors you basically just sit there. I mean, I've driven tractors that had like proper GPS systems in them, and you just sit there. The thing steers itself. It knows exactly how big the field is. It knows exactly what it needs to do, and it knows exactly where it's going. So you just sit there. You just sit there and make sure if there's a problem, you are there to fix it. So if something gets blocked, then you'll stop, get out and fix it. Or if there's like a big rock coming up, then you'll stop and move it or navigate around it. Or if there's like a telephone pole or something like that, you know, that's literally the only reason you're there, is to make sure nothing bad happens. But other than that, the thing drives itself. It just farms on its own. It's brilliant. I mean, I've driven a couple of John Deeres that does that. Some of my friends have pretty big farms, well, like family farms, and there's been in the family for generations. And I mean, I used to go up over like school holidays and things when I was a little bit younger. I mean, I was probably like 16, between like 16 and 18. School holidays, I used to go up and farm with them. It was brilliant, driving harvesters and things, and big tractors and front loaders, and you know, just heavy equipment. It was brilliant. I loved it. Well, I grew up on a farm, so I've always enjoyed farming. I live in the city now, and I really miss a farm. I would like to buy myself a farm one day again. Maybe someday. You never know. I mean, that's an expensive endeavor. Is that a word? Is that how you say it? Endeavor or endeavor? Is it endeavor? I think it's endeavor. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is it's freaking expensive to buy a damn farm. I would love one. Although if I buy a farm, I don't think I would actually want a farm. I would have like a small tractor or something. I basically make like a little homestead type thing. I have a little tractor or something just to sort of, you know, do some jobs. But I don't think I'll actually like do crops and like livestock and things on a big scale. I don't even know if I'll do livestock at all. Maybe like some chickens and things like that. And I don't think I'd want it to be like an absolute massive piece of ground, because then it's just, you know, it's a lot of work keeping fences and things maintained and keeping the property maintained. I just like it to be big enough so you can sort of play around on it with some, I don't know, go-karts or small 4x4 vehicles or things like that, you know, a bit of a playground. If I ever had the money, or ever have the money in the future to buy a farm, I would buy a farm that would be more just for the space and sort of recreational purposes. Because I like space. I like a lot of space around me. I always have, and I think it's because I grew up with a lot of space around me. So yeah, it's something that I just always really wanted. But unfortunately, things in South Africa got too dangerous. And I mean, a lot of people still do live on farms, but unfortunately there is a lot of issues surrounding that. And I take my hat off for the people who still do live on farms. In South Africa, it's very, very, very dangerous to do that right now, because of farm attacks and things like that. But yeah, we decided to sell up many years ago. Well, my parents did. When my sister and I were still very young, they decided that it wasn't worth it, and they sold up, and we've lived in towns and cities ever since. So yeah, but I do miss it. I mean, if I ever had to buy a farm, it wouldn't be in South Africa. I would go somewhere else, buy a farm somewhere else. But yeah, it's a sad fact. It's sad reality. But unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna grab some fuel here. We don't actually need much fuel. I don't think we need much fuel at all, really. Here we go, 85 bucks. Not bad, but we have 375 miles to go, and I think we are going to leave it there. That's going to be it for today, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and I'll see you all next time.